myth that dyslexia only occurs in languages that use the English alphabet, and probably because they're not reading in English, it does not happen in China, in Japanese, in Thai, etc. So regardless of nationalities, dyslexia is present. Thai ka, Chinese ka, Thai ka, etc., Myanmar, etc., Cambodian, still they could have. So actually, in mga our centers they are really telling us that there are so many dyslexic, meaning daw nila dyslexic talaga itong mga batang to, they need help. Kasi naturuan na nila, and yet they still cannot read. Okay? So, hindi po siya, it does not respect race or nationality. So these are the common myths behind dyslexia. Now let's try now to move on and understand dyslexia in a more scientific or technical. Okay, according to Sally Shywitz, she defined dyslexia. Sally Shywitz actually is very much respected in the area of dyslexia. She wrote a book, Overcoming Dyslexia, and she's like the guru of dyslexia advisors from US, UK, Canada. So she defined dyslexia as this. It is a learning disability that is rooted in difficulty to read or interpret words, letters, and other symbols, even if learner received or was subjected to appropriate teaching learning process. However, such disability do not affect one's general intelligence and creative thinking, which we're going to discuss further later. So it is a learning disability rooted in difficulty in learning to read. Po siya sa learning to read. But it does not mean other faculties of his being or his brain is affected. Okay, so yung general intelligence niya, hindi yun natatouch. Okay, now, right now, I think the awareness about learning needs and learning disabilities right now has increased compared to years before. Like during my time, wala namang nililabel o sinasabing ADHD or autistic or something, di ba, kung ano-ano ng mga terms ngayon, parang magkakasama lang kayo sa class and then sasabihin lang, ay, yan yung bobo. Di ba? Yung may mga ganun yung minsan hindi mo masabi, pero pagtalikod mo, bobo. Teacher kahit hindi sabihin, pero parang nababasa mo sa isip niya na ito ang estudyante niya, bobo. Okay? Pero ngayon kasi, awareness, no, especially mga learning, special learning needs, there are already several and according to the National Institute of Health, 80% of those diagnosed as learning disabled, actually yung 80% ng na-diagnosed na learning disabled do have learning disability. Meron na sila ng kung ano yung disability nila, learning disability nila na probably more complicated. Pero 80% sa kanila andun na may learning disability. Nahihirapan silang magpasa. Okay, just to give you a general picture of it. This, here is dyslexia, no? And then here are some of the learning difficulties that we have. Are being diagnosed, so auditory processing, yan, dyscalculia, visual spatial, written expression, CAPD. So I will not go into the details of what these are, but this diagram just shows you na could coexist with other learning disabilities. So that's why it could really be that they could really range from from mild to severe. You understand that? Kaya siya naggaganon kasi with that reading, that inability to read, meron pa siyang auditory processing deficit, meron pa siyang dyscalculia, those who are, yung sa math naman na sinasabing nagbabalik-baliktad, which is hindi rin talaga. Okay, so it coexists, nagko-coexist siya sa dyslexia. So parang andun siya sa parang siyang nanay na may mga anak-anak pa. So do we have questions at this point in time? Clear po ba? Intindihan? Okay, so let's move on. To define or try to see the science behind dyslexia. So what does science say about this? Actually, dyslexia has a very strong genetic element. So when you say it's genetic, it's like hereditary. Like if someone has dyslexia in your family, then most likely, especially kung tatay ka, nanay ka na may dyslexia ka, most likely yung anak mo or magiging apo mo ay meron or magkakaroon ng dyslexia. Okay? So, it is really hereditary nature. Like I have students in PLP na and then ang father nila ay dyslexic. Okay? Even before I diagnosed, I got to know it. Okay? So, causes pa rin ng dyslexia, but this is really the common reason why there is dyslexia. It is genetic. It runs in the family. Although meron ding mga studies na it is because of low birth rate, so yung mga low birth rate pinanganak ng mature, or those who have parang mga lead poisoning, so yung sa brain, no, so it affects them, or if something happens to the ear, so nagkakaroon sila nito. That is because of the environment, but actually it is genetic. It has a strong genetic element. Now, since this is genetic, so it has also something to do with the brain. So, ito po yung napaka-importante kung saan ba nagmumula ang lahat ng ito. So, I'm very sure you are aware that you have a left and right brain. Tama po ba? Lahat tayo may left and right brain. Nasaan ang left brain? Pakipatingin na. Baka hindi nyo dala. Nasaan ang left? Oh, okay. Ang right brain. Oh, very good. Dala ba? Sabay ba? Magkasama? Okay. Paki-check nga baka mga nasa bulsa. Okay, so let's see. So, syempre, first, let's have the left brain. So, the left brain, so left brain muna tayo. So, dyan yung, this is where our analytic thought comes in. Diba? Yung mahilig mag-analyze, minsan nag-analysis paralysis na kasi masyadong active ang left brain. And this is also the one responsible for language formation, which is andyan yung reading. And then science, logic, and math. Diba? Usually sinasabi nga, if you're good in math, then very active daw ang left brain. Okay, so ang reading, since it's a very complicated skill, it is actually very logical as well. Nasa left brain siya. Right brain, ito naman yung part na the holistic thought, yung mga emotions natin, yung mga musical ability, artistic talents natin, dito yan. Ang nagko-contribute niyan is our right brain. So, pati doon yung mga intuition, yung mga paghuhula-hula, mga nararamdaman mo. Sabi ang mga babae doon, malakas ang intuition. Yan, ibig sabihin, very active ang right brain niya. Okay? Now, let's focus on the left brain kasi this is where reading really happens. This is the one responsible for the reading development of a child or an individual. Actually, there are four parts involved in reading in the left part of the brain. So the first one we have here is the frontal lobe. So yeah, the frontal lobe. So the frontal lobe or the Broca's area is actually the one responsible for organization and production of speech and language. So the reason why we could speak, okay, we have language, it's because our Broca's area or the frontal lobe is working hard. And then we have the parietal lobe. So the parietal lobe na andito siya sa medyo itong part, nasa gitnang part ng left brain natin. This is the one that links spoken and written language to memory to give it meaning so we can understand what we hear, we could read, we could spell, we could rhyme words. So that is the role of the parietal lobe. And then the lower part, called the occipital lobe, is the one responsible for identifying letters. So kaya alam natin yung mga letters na yan, nakukuha natin from A to Z. Alam natin that when we write this word, we need this letter. And This is also the one responsible for reading fluency. That's why we could blend. Nakikita natin yung letters and then we could blend it and we could speak it as fluent as we can. It's because the occipital lobe works well. And the last one is the temporal lobe, which is responsible, or what we call the Wernicke's area, named after the one who discovered it. Okay, Wernicke's area is responsible for verbal memory, for reading and comprehension. That's why we could understand what we are able to read. And it is also the one responsible for understanding language. So kaya siguro, like we could shift to understanding Tagalog to English because the temporal lobe works. Like if we could understand Chinese and the Ilocano and other dialects, it's because the temporal lobe works hard. So all these four actually work together, coordinated, and they're so much active. The student or the learner is subjected into reading. So sila yung nagtutulong-tulungan. Okay. Do you have questions at this point in time? Clear po ba? Okay. So the reason why you could read and understand what you're reading, it's because these four things work hand in hand. Okay? Now, ano ba nangyayari kapag may dyslexia? Or ano ba yung difference ng isang dyslexic sa hindi dyslexic? So I just have a just try to see it in picture na. Can you see it? So ito yung non-dyslexic, ito naman yung dyslexic. So you can see the dyslexic, pag nagbabasa siya, pag nag-read siya, yung nag-lip read, parang ang dami niyang kailangan gawin, even yung mata niya nahihirapan mag-focus. And then, when you turn pages, he does not know where to focus because there's a disorganization and inactivation of the parts that are supposed to be working. And here also, I would like to show here. Okay, here. You can see here, a non-dyslexic person. So, ayan yung part ng left brain, no? There is activity. There's activation of all the parts responsible for reading. However, if you're a dyslexic person, there is barely activation, no? Wala, inactive siya. Hindi siya halos nag-move. Wala siyang, this is like an MRI of a scan of a brain, and this is the difference, no? Ito yung normal na nakakapagbasa and have all the faculties to read, while this is the dyslexic person. Now, paano nga ba? How are we taught how to read in a normal or traditional, the regular school that we have, the popular method? So, syempre, ang unang-una talaga is that we are always taught to memorize the letters of the alphabet. So, di ba yun ang una, preschool pa lang, meron na kaagad nakapaskill na letters A to Z, di ba? Andun kaagad yun. Andun agad yun, and then pakakantahin tayo, papamemorize, everybody should know the letters of the alphabet. Right? Tama ba? Sa school. And then after that, right now, mas may bago ng approach. Before, talagang papamemorize lang yung letters, but now, meron na tayong tinatawag na phonetics. So, tinuturo na yung sounds ng letters of the alphabet. So, yung sounds niya, naka-confine lang dun sa, how many letters of the alphabet we have? Ang galing. Alam niyo po ng letters. Very good. Check. Okay. So, with that, after that, we will be exposed to pictures, right? So may picture word building, and then you'll be taught with all those pictures, memorize mo yon, and then you'll be taught to spell, to write, to pronounce, to rhyme, to syllabicate, etc. Am I right? Right? Po yung steps eh. And then syempre, ang ending talaga ng lahat ng yan is to be able to understand or to comprehend what you're reading. Now for dyslexics, unfortunately, They find alphabetic principle of reading a very difficult, if not impossible process. This is according to phonological processing theory. So, kumbaga sa isang dyslexic, ayan, mas organized siya, pero dito sa dyslexic, hindi niya ma-organize kasi hindi niya talaga kaya masustain, basahin ang if he or she is taught alphabetically. Now, here's it. In a school, di ba, turuan ka, ayan yung alphabet. Okay, since the dyslexics cannot read alphabetically, actually, the right way to teach them is through sounds, phonemically. So, itong alphabet natin, phonetics ang pagtuturo ng sounds. So, when you say phonetics, yes, they teach sounds, but confined to the 26 letters of the alphabet. There are so many sounds in the letters of the alphabet being used in a word, but is not taught deliberately. So actually, sa phonemes po, there are 44 standard phonemes. Pero 26 lang po ang alphabet. Yung mga nami-miss out na sounds, hirap po sila doon. Hindi nila kayang mag-grasp yun. Okay, so how are we taught nga ba how to read in school? So, di ba, it's always like this. Sino bang makaka-contest ng A is for apple? Kung ibang prutas ninyo, baka kung saan school kayo, kasi talagang A is for apple yan. Walang pwede kong kumontest yan. Di ba? Ngayon, kung abakada ka, artist yan. Yung dilaw na ano, yun. Okay? And then, of course, ayan, yung E is for egg, I is for igloo, G is for goat. Now, if you would notice, A and A are two different sounds. But we were conditioned basta A is for apple, period. Okay? Then I and E, two different sounds again. E and F, two different. G and G, two different sounds. And then, syempre, ituturo na ang mga picture na very famous. Okay? So, everybody, let's read. Let's try to understand. This is how we read math. And then, ayan na, ang mga picture ng math. Ang ball, talagang yan ang kulay. Ang sun, lagi nakasmile. At si Pink Pink. Diba? At si Dog, si Bantay, di ba may spot-spot yan? Ay, naku, hindi mo mawala. Diba? So the teacher will teach us how to read these words with these pictures. And then after that, we get to memorize. And then we get to read again. And then, lo and behold, reading transpired. Diba? Nakuha na natin. Unfortunately, not all words, diba? The truth is, not all words can be picture-aided. Pero sa school kasi, na-condition tayo ng may picture. That's why students, even right now, kahit malaki na, if the book has no picture at all, they would not be interested to read it. Diba? Napansin niyo yung mga bata, pag wala ng picture yung libro, parang kasumpa-sumpa ang libro ito. Right? Diba? Kasi ganun tayo ganun tayo kinondisyon paano magbasa. Ang daming words na hindi na picture-aided, which we find or which are present in sentences and paragraphs that we read. Diba? O paano mo ituturo yung sum and have? Paano ang picture naman ng mga ganito, ng mga into and because and none and the and though. Pero andun siya sa mga sentences na yun. Right? So, napakahirap po kung ang isang walang dyslexia, hirap na po sa ganito. They struggle already. How much more ang isang dyslexia? So it's really, ang isang dyslexic na bata. Napakahirap. Tapos walang nakakaintindi sa kanya. Kasi even tayo ng mga teachers are not even equipped. Okay? We don't know what's really happening. Pero we give them all the labels that we can. Okay, yeah, this is the last one. Okay, so I'm just going to show you itong video na to, which just projects how a student or a child thinks. And then we're going to have a break after this, so you can have your snacks. Okay. Just Can you read? Can you hear? Sorry. Wait a minute.
Okay, no. Just say it yourself. Appropriate, appropriate. Okay, that's right. Repeat. Appropriate, appropriate, appropriate. And even listening, are you focusing? You understand? It's appropriate. Just spend this anymore. Yes, man. I think so, it's just. Your son hasn't completed the second grade. You have any focuses on maybe it's going is not key if you can mix it up here. How do you find yourself repeat yourself, Brian? Over and over again, I keep telling you about mistakes. You don't try to rectify it. Why don't you listen to me, Brian? Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Brian, why don't you answer me when I talk to you? My name is Joe and I don't like to go to school. No matter how hard I try, I never do well. Not King Midas. King Midas was a rich king. He loved gold more than anything else in the world. One day, I struggled to keep up with class. But Granny said, I ran up the hill. King Midas, I'm here to give you. Hello. Sometimes I find it hard to find people, but no one understands. Only I did. Probably not. This kind of stuff doesn't happen to anyone else. Maybe it's just hey, welcome to subscribe to you. You ready that now? She's crying. Sawyer is holding me so much for me. But it's fine. You know, you look confused. Sometimes I want some better result and things will get better. But it can't. Because I don't know if they will.
Okay. So you see, they're from Singapore, so it's a first world country, and still they have dyslexic students. So, really, totoo po talaga. 86% of children suffer emotional and psychological difficulties. Oftentimes, since we're not aware of what's really happening to them, we just label them lazy. But actually, just like the child that we've seen, they are really working so hard. Talagang nag-e-effort naman po sila. Pero there's just something happening inside na hindi rin nila maintindihan. So they just call themselves stupid or dumb, and sometimes they just accept that they're lazy. So later on, I'm going to share with you ano bang nangyayari inside. What is really the reason behind, and how can we help dyslexic, and how we could equip ourselves better to be able to understand and help dyslexics in our class. To have short break. Lorna. Okay, so let's have our short break, and then we're going to continue after the break. So kung may mga tanong po kayo, isulat nyo na po dyan, or anything that you'd like to share later.
Hello, my guests. Testing ko lang. Testing ko lang nag-work. Parang send it ano kasi pa. Sila nyo sa nagtagwes sa mga. Alright, we'll be having a short break. Pero ganito po kasi, originally dapat dito sa end na yung ating hapagkainan. Kaya lang nilipat tayo. So, i-guide namin kayo dun sa area where we will be having our, and we have it in 30 minutes. The break, and then after that, we can just come back here and we'll continue with the fun broadcast. Okay? By the way, we're live online. So, kung kayo may mga hashtag, ano ba ang hashtag ba tayo? Sa YouTube, meron na tayong link. So, yung mga kapag-anak nyo, na gusto ko kayo makita, na nandito kayo sa Las Bañas,